hiring managers in the room. If you had gotten on stage, guess what? All of a sudden, your portfolio, your resume is in front of those recruiters, is in front of those hiring managers. So, guess what? The way you get to the front is literally, literally just showing up. Just show up, guys. Just show up. That's what networking is, just showing up. I'm not asking you to come up here and lie to me and say you're the best dev ever. Absolutely not. I want you to come up here and ask whatever question you are currently working on. Us wonderful devs, software engineers, or whatever you are in tech, you probably go through 1,000 questions every day. Here's the beautifulest, most easy tip I tell people. When you have that question, write it down. Don't just let it go by saying, "Oh, I wonder if, I could do that with React." Oh, well, if you wrote that down, then when you come up here, you wouldn't tell me, "Oh, I didn't have a question. I'm just here relaxing." "Oh, you don't have a question." "Oh, really?" That sounds like a missed opportunity because you could have asked me anything, anything. And one of those questions will probably be on one of these wonderful coding interviews. And if you had asked that question, you would have got the answer. But now you're going into the interview and you don't know the answer. Why? Why is that? You think it's because you're not a good enough dev. And I'm here to tell you it's not because you're not a good enough dev. It's because you didn't raise your hand. You didn't ask the questions that you needed to ask to be prepared for that interview. And whose fault is that? Is it Manny's? It probably is Manny's because guess what? Manny raised his hand. Manny is going to get some value and you're not. Why is that? Is it because Manny's a great dev? It's not because Manny's a great dev. He's probably not. Maybe he is. Oh, that banner is awesome. Good job, Manny. Um, Manny is a great dev. It says right in his banner he is a web developer. So guess what? He is getting those points. He's putting his account above all of the rest because he doesn't even they don't even have to go to his title to realize guess what? Manny's a web developer. Be like Manny. Grab the mic. Get your
Hi, Sean.
question answered. Hi, Ishan. I'm gonna get you next. Actually, you're right, Manny. You're gonna have to wait because Ishan's been waiting. Go ahead, ask your question.
All right, just grabbing the mic over here. So, my question is about when you're trying to get a remote job. So, I've noticed, and I don't think this is gonna apply for everyone, but so I'm from Zimbabwe, and I think I've sort of noticed a bit of a, so I call it a location bias, you know. Um, so I actually once did it as a bit of an experiment to see would I get more responses with a similar CV if I was um, if I put my location as somewhere else, and I'm talking about jobs that are remote, worldwide, that sort of thing. So I would. My question is actually, how best you think I could, you know, stand up and show them, I might not be coming from the place you expect me to come from, but I know my stuff.
I absolutely love that. So, I have a question. Are you getting those interviews and then they're saying like, we can't hire you from that location or what?
Typically, it's just getting less responses. I have had one or two people say we can't hire from your country, but usually they won't say it. They won't not usually won't get that far.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, one way I would possibly get around it. Would you happen to need visa sponsorship when you apply to these jobs?
Yeah. So I have been applying for remote jobs mostly, but yes, if it was that sort of thing, I would definitely need a sponsorship, which is actually a different kind of worms as well.
Boom. I love that because guess what? There is literally if you click on my beautiful face and go right below the bio, you'll see my links. And in that links at the bottom, there is a resource right below the wonderful paid products. It's Visa sponsored companies. Now, these companies know you're coming from abroad. They know that you need visa sponsorship. They already knew that. So if you apply to one of those companies, you already know it's not because of whatever country you're from. Like if you don't get that job, you already know it's not because I'm foreign. They literally have already said that they hire foreign. So please hire for visa sponsored companies if you need sponsorship or you're trying to get remote work and you haven't been getting it and you feel like maybe it's because of the country I'm from. Maybe it's because I'm not there. Well, guess what? There are remote positions that specifically tailor to people that are abroad. Feel free to go in my links all the way down to the resources. It's visa sponsored companies. I think like at the top is like cognizant. Like they are very like for making sure that their team is diverse. So that would be my specific advice. That if you look for visa sponsored companies, you will know that me being foreign isn't the reason that they're not accepting me because they literally went out of their way to jump through all of those hoops to say, hey, we sponsor people from outside of this country. Please apply. So that is my advice. Please take it with a grain of salt. If you think I am completely wrong, I do that all the time. I'm completely wrong. Like I'm gonna go uh, into the listeners and see Tay or Alexandru, and they're like literally shaking from how terrible that advice was. Like, I would love if they grabbed the mic, came up here, and told me how wrong I was. But until then, that is my advice. That's the value I'm giving. Hopefully, you're gonna take it and run and get that dev job. All right, guys, if you are listening, we're on the hunt getting a job in tech. If you got questions, hopefully we got answers. We're out here creating that value, and Jacob has been creating that value since day one. So I'm going to let him create more value. Go ahead, Jacob.
Another thing you could try is definitely, or do you have to actually put your location on your resume, or could you just let them find out afterwards and maybe they give you a more of a chance like that?
I
Um,
love it.
it, it depends, but sometimes they will actually specifically, in fact, for a lot of them, they will actually specifically ask you to fill in which country you're from.
Yeah, I feel it. But yeah, try like if you can leave it off, that's fine. I personally don't like leaving off things that I think someone would discriminate against for me. Like if they don't like that I'm from Nigeria and I get there and they find out that I'm from Nigeria and now they're giving me hell, like I just put myself in that situation, just to be discriminated against. The way I say, if you're disabled, if you're from a specific uh, area, or literally if somebody wouldn't like you for that job just because you're you, I don't think that's a job that you would want to be in. Even if it's a great job in tech, it's not going to be a great experience. You're going to end up just finding another job. So please, if you have to, and if that's the difference between you and the six-figure job, yes, leave it off. Or you could wonderfully apply to all of these companies that don't care where you're from. I guarantee you, if you could create that value, they don't care that you're from Nigeria. Matter of fact, props to you from being able to do it from Nigeria, because there's people in America not able to do it. So please, wherever you're from, show that you could create value for these companies and then say less. Like, don't say I'm from Nigeria and hi, I'm Aishan and I'm from Nigeria. You're shooting yourself in the foot. They don't care about your name. They want to know what value can you create for us. So, Ishan Su, I hope you take that info and run with it straight to the bank with that juicy tech money. For those who just got here, we're on the hunt, getting a job in tech. If you got questions, hopefully we got answers. We're out here creating value after value after value. And guess what? That value could have been yours. Literally, Ishan Su is about to go and get all of those visa sponsored companies, all of them, all of them. And it could have been you. It could have been you. You could have grabbed that mic and it could have been you. But guess what? It's not. He got it. Go get that job. Thank you for coming up here. All right, that being said, Manny's been waiting. Manny's absolutely been waiting, and I love his patience. Thank you so much, Manny. It is your time to shine. Shoot your shot.
Hey Sean, how are you doing?
Doing very well, Manny, out here getting a
Yeah.
job in tech. Go ahead.
Okay, so Sean, a couple of months back, I've started my tech journey again, and these days I've been learning JS, and then probably I'll move to Web3 space. So, can you tell me about the platforms from which I can apply for tech jobs, remote tech jobs?
I love it. A platform in which Manny can apply to remote tech jobs. Now, if you're listening in the listeners right now and you could have answered his question, there was money for you. Manny's about to be a six-figure dev, and he would have happily paid you for that value. But you're in the listeners section, so you couldn't give him that value. Please grab the mic. Give Manny that value. So, personally, I don't know specifically any platform that's specifically giving you specifically just remote jobs. I would love for somebody to grab the mic and tell me, actually, you could go to remotejobs.io. Please grab the mic and tell me that, because I don't have an actual link. But what I want you to do, Manny, is under the pinned tweet, I want you to literally say that. I'm looking for remote jobs. Does anybody have a link to it? And I guarantee you, it might not be this second, it might not be the next second, but I guarantee you, some dev is going to run to you with that value if you just ask. Um, Wait 1 second, John. We're getting to you. All right, that being said, if you know some links to remote jobs, guess what? There was a dev up here willing to pay you for that response, but you didn't give it. Why didn't you give it? Why didn't you grab the mic? Why aren't you even up here? Like, there's so many good devs right in this room that aren't grabbing the mic. I hope they're out there just, on their PC so they can't grab the mic, or like doing code, making the world a better place so they can't grab the mic, because Manny's out here stealing all of the good value, all of it. All of it's for him because you didn't grab the mic. All right, so if you put it under the pinned tweet, I guarantee you eventually somebody's gonna get to it. I don't necessarily have remote job uh, links, but in my pinned tweets, uh, right at the top of my account, right under my bio, link, right under the paid products, wonderful resources. If you need visa sponsorship, aka those companies not only offer visa sponsorship, they probably will give you remote jobs. I'm not sure, but it kind of sounds like they give remote jobs. So feel free to also look in my resources for those visa sponsor companies. Those is a wonderful list of companies who hire abroad.
Are
Anyway,
they hiring any?
Go ahead, Manny.
Are they hiring for freshers also, or they are looking for experienced devs only?
I'm pretty sure there's some entry level roles in there. I guarantee you there's lots and lots of entry level roles. All right, Manny, thank you so much for coming up here. If you have another question, please come back. We love to hear from you. All right, so John is up next. We're wondering what value is he about to get, because honestly, it's going to get him one step closer to that juicy tech money. And guess what? That money could have been yours, but unfortunately, it's going to John just because he sat at the table. All right, John, feel free. If you have a question, keep
Yeah,
it 30 to 60 seconds. Shoot.
yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity you've given to me. Yeah, I want to ask a question. Yeah, in this tech space, is it possible we um be a good UX designer before getting some jobs on this tech space? Because sometimes when we search, we see requirement you must be a good UX designer attached to your CV, and many a times maybe we don't have the opportunity to learn those skills. Is it possible for us to get the job, or still get the job and maybe give the job the other work to the to a UX designer to work on that platform? Or should we leave the job, or are we going to get those kind of jobs, like um jobs that needs a good UX designer in the stuff? How are we going to get those jobs? Like they require a UX designer, and is included, like you must be a good UX designer before getting that job. How do we get it?
I love it. If the job description says and the job application says that you need to be a great UI UX designer, I'm telling you that you have to be a great UI UX designer. That is it. Like, the job application is how you're getting that interview. If the job application says I need a Python developer, now, I don't know about you, but if your job description doesn't say Python developer, you're not getting that interview. You just said that you need UI UX. I'm assuming you're going for a UI UX job. Then yeah, you need UI UX experience. How do you get that UI UX experience? You build out a portfolio of UI UX projects. You're going to have case studies and all that wonderful goodness that UI, UX people are looking for. And then you're going to apply to jobs. If you already have that experience and you're already have a portfolio and you're applying to jobs and you're not getting callbacks, it's because all of those things that they said that they needed on their application isn't on your application. They're looking at your application and it says, I don't know, smart mind or whatever. The point is, they're not seeing your application on your resume. They're not seeing their application on your LinkedIn. They're not seeing their application on your account. And by their application, I'm saying they're looking for a go getter. Specifically, they said, I am looking for a go getter. Now, I don't know about you. You could say you're Mr. Fix It. You could say you're the best dev, but guess what? They don't want any of those things. They wanted a go getter. So please tell me why your resume doesn't say you're a go getter. You're applying to the job and they're telling you what they want, and then you're like, why can't I get the fucking job? Why can't I get it? Why aren't I getting a callback? They said they wanted a developer, but guess what? I'm the best UI UX designer. Why can't I get the job? Like right now, you're talking about UI UX. If you're a UI UX designer, get some UI UX experience. Make it. Make that experience yourself. You don't have to wait for some person to give you the opportunity to get this experience. The experience is free. You could literally Google UI UX project and they're going to give you one exactly how to do it in an hour. So tell me, do you have UI UX projects on a portfolio?
Yeah, I do. I have UX projects on my portfolio.
Okay,
But
so it's okay, go ahead. What's the but?
yeah, the issue there is that my CV, I attached the UX stuff to my CV. Like I told them I'm a developer, like a blockchain developer, and also a UX designer. So, but like they
There's your
said,
problem. Wait. Stop right there. You told them you're a web developer and a UI UX designer. They're looking
yeah,
for a UI UX designer. Why are you telling them you're a web developer?
yeah, I was maybe thinking maybe I can get the opportunity for the both part, like getting both for the UX and
Oh
for
my
the.
god.
Okay.
So you're trying to get two jobs and you already told me you can't get one.
Yeah, the problem there was that it seems they wanted me to get a resume for only UX designers, like get this one for this, get this one for this, and not joining the two together.
Well, I'm pointing out that guess what? People pay for UI UX designers and they pay for web developers, and people pay for software engineers. I'm not paying a doctor to drive my car. I'm not paying a UI UX designer to do web development. I'm paying a web developer. If I'm paying for web development, I do not want to hear about your UI UX experience. You're wasting your time. I'm going to go to that person who has UI UX experience. Now, I understand you probably want web development jobs and you want UI UX jobs. Make two resumes. Make a UI UX resume and send it to UI UX jobs, and then make a web developer resume and send it to web developer jobs. That's the problem. That's why you're not getting callbacks. That's why you're not getting those interviews. That's not why they're not saying they want you, John, because you're saying you're a web developer, and Jacob said he's the UI UX designer that they need. Who are they going with? They're going with the UI UX designer because that's what they asked for. They're telling you exactly what you need in that application. In that application, it better be on your resume that I'm exactly what you are looking for. If they're looking for a UI UX designer, write that. If they're looking for a UI UX designer slash web developer, then I hope you're writing that. But if they're not asking for a UI UX designer slash web developer, if you're telling them that, you're not getting the job because that's not what they're looking for. So please, please look at that application. Ask yourself, do I have 50 to 70% of this experience? Yes. Now, tailor your CV, tailor your LinkedIn, tailor your portfolio so that it speaks to that 70, that 50%, that 100% of the experience that you already know you have. You already know you got this experience. You already know that's the position for you. Why didn't you get it? Because you're not selling your experiences in the exact way they want. They said they wanted a UI UX designer, and you're talking about web development, and they are literally checking out. If you're not getting those wonderful interviews, realize it's because you're not even getting past that wonderful first round screen. And by a first round screen, I mean you're going to be in the eyes of a tech recruiter or maybe just a regular hiring manager that knows nothing about tech. All they know is they clicked on your profile and you didn't say, "Hi, I'm a UX UI designer." You said I was a web developer, so they went to the next account. That's why you're not getting as many views as you should. And for all of those who need that little bit nudge, John, please, if you're looking for UI UX or web developer, please change your Twitter bio. I know Smart Mind is great, but if a hiring manager was to see your account, as there are hiring managers right now in this room, they wouldn't look at your account and say, yeah, he's a web developer. He's a UI UX designer. It would just say he has a smart mind, and I move on to the next account. Now, I know this is Twitter, and people are saying, no, my account is for fun, and I hear you. But I'm pointing out that there's people every day getting a job on this Bird app. One of my greatest friends literally just DM'd the CEO on Twitter saying, hey, I saw that job application you guys just put out. I think I'm the best engineer for that position. And if you have some time tomorrow, I would love to prove it to you. Boom. 2 conversations later, no technical, no looking at her portfolio, no nothing. 6 figures is being thrown at her. Why is that? Why did she get the job? No portfolio, no experience speaking to her, knowing their code base. Why did she get the job? Because that CEO, that hiring manager knows she's the type of person that even if I don't know the answer, guess what? I'm willing to hop in your DMs, ask the question, and somehow get closer to that answer I don't know. Now, John, hopefully one of those, at least one of those gems you picked up and you're going to run with it. You're going to grab that value and get that juicy, juicy tech job. If you have any questions, please come back up. But I'm going to reset the room. All right, guys, thank you for coming and sharing your time with us. We're on the hunt getting a job in tech. If you got questions, we've got answers. And honestly, I've been up here for so long. Please, please, please share the room. Share all of this value. Like, it's so unfair that only 60 people are in here and only 60 people got this value. Your friend really wanted to know why they're right now throwing their applications away, throwing them away. 50, 60, hundreds of applications. While I'm over here putting out 5 and then somehow getting 7 job offers and they can't get 1. Why is that? Is it because I'm a better engineer? Maybe. I like to think so. But I can assure you that is not why. The reason is because regardless of what ticket I get, regardless of what question that hiring manager is going to ask me, I already know the answer. The answer, even if I don't know the answer, I know the answer. And I'm about to give it to you. Whatever your problem is, if you're the type of web developer to say that that is a very good question, and I actually don't know the answer yet, but I know I have the tools to do that. And if you gave me enough time or enough resources, I'm the type of person that could solve that question. And guess what? You just got that job. They're willing to give you the chance just because you said, guess what? I can do it. Literally, there's people getting jobs right now, no experience. I hate to break it to you. You're coming up here and telling me you have 2 years of experience but can't get the job. I feel bad for you because I had no experience and they gave me the job. It's absolutely crazy out here that person came up here earlier, said they had 10 years of experience. Like I don't even know what that would look like, but 10 years of experience can't get the job. Now, I don't know if I'm better engineer than that 10 years of experience. I'm probably not. There's absolutely no way I could bridge the gap of 10 years of experience. If he's in that application and it's between me and him, guess what? On paper, he's getting the job. But guess what? The great news about this is that I don't wait for on paper. I'm not even waiting for them to see my application. I am going to that hiring manager. I'm in that hiring manager's DMs. I'm in their church group. I'm in that wonderful community asking them, hey, I see you over there. I see that you have this job, and I think that job is my job. Do you have 10 minutes of your time next week to talk about why I think I'm the perfect person for that position? And then magically, they're not even looking. They might look at your account. They're going to take 6 seconds and then they're going to DM you, yes, please. Yes, I have time on Monday. And then somehow, you're fast tracked to that behavioral. But guess what? It didn't happen. You know why? Because you didn't raise your hand. You didn't get in front of that hiring manager that's sitting literally in the room right now, tech recruiter right now. You didn't get up and ask that question. So you don't know that they're literally looking for you. You'll never know. You know why? Because Amy's the one that raised her hand. She's the one who's showing that I'm the type of engineer that even if I don't know the answer, I'm willing to raise my hand and ask the question. And she's getting the spotlight instead of you. She's literally stealing your money, stealing food out of your mouth, fast tracking her dev career straight to the top. All right, Amy, thank you so much for waiting. Feel free, if you like to create some value for us, ask a wonderful question, or just here hanging out, it's your time to shine. Go ahead, Amy.
Okay, hi Sean, how are you doing?
Doing real great, Amy. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I don't have like a background in tech. I'm a lawyer. That's what I do. Currently I'm doing an internship with a law firm that is focused on tech. So it provides advice to startups, to different organizations basically that have some affiliation with tech. But I was just wondering, like outside of that, like providing legal advice, what would you say like is a career path that someone in law can follow if they have an interest in technology?
I love it. I love it, Amy. Thank you so much for coming and asking that question. Your experience is very valuable. Amy's a lawyer. She's spent tons of time, tons of time studying to get that law degree. Um, Now she's asking what as a lawyer would be great transferable skills. I'm pretty sure there is like law tech or like something like that. Um, I'm pretty sure. I would say getting a tech job at a law firm. Um, I'm not a lawyer, so this is I'm just gonna preface it like that. I'm not a lawyer. Matter of fact, I don't even have a degree, Amy. You're way more qualified than me. If
Oh,
you
really? I didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
Okay.
The trick is, if I was in an interview, I would have not said that. I would have not said I had a degree. I would not even brought up my not having the degree, because guess what? That is shooting yourself in the foot. And guess what? I don't do that. I sell myself. I tell people, guess what? I might not have a degree. If they ask, I'm going to be truthful. I actually don't have a degree. I went to college, but I don't have that degree. And if having the degree is the difference between me and getting that job, yeah, I might not get that job. But thankfully, they're not paying you for your degrees, Amy. They're asking for a solution. They're asking, I have a business problem. Can Amy solve it? And if you could solve it, they're willing to pay you. They don't care you went to some fancy law firm. Even though if they're looking for a lawyer and they need you to have that degree, realize then, yeah, your degree matters. But if it's not on that application saying, we need that, we need you to be a lawyer, please go. Law firms, uh, I don't know, small and big, all of them having software engineering roles, especially if you're already there, like you already work at a great law firm, or you already work in a wonderful, wonderful law, even if it's not in a law position, if you're already as in a law firm, literally, they have tech um, departments. They have like there's tech as a lawyer. You could be a software engineer, just happen to work in a law firm.
Okay, makes
That's
sense.
really only my only advice. Um, find out what you want to be. I don't know if you want to be. I don't know. Maybe there's a copyright. There's a thing. There's lawyers in tech. I swear to you. Um, go to my click on my wonderful face. Right under my bio, there's a wonderful link. And all the way at the bottom of that link, there's resources. One of them is tech job titles. Now I can't remember if one specifically spoke about being having law experience. But that being said, I always tell people all of your experience beforehand is valuable, absolutely valuable. It's just about, can you frame that value in a way that you can make it make sense to a law firm? Hey, I'm a lawyer, yes, but I'm trying to be a software engineer, and I actually see that you guys have some software engineering problems. You know, you put out this application for a software engineer because you have some software engineering problems. Well, guess what? That software engineer, you don't even have to teach them the words because guess what? I'm a lawyer. I understand all of the words. I'm the best software engineer for that position. Now, they're not even looking at your law degree now. They're asking themselves, why didn't we hire you before? Like, why are you still an intern? Like, why didn't we just upgrade you to partner? Like, that's what they're asking yourself. But the problem is, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're saying that, hey, I don't have this tech experience, not knowing that you have more experience than most people have. Like, you have way more experience than me, Amy. I don't have a degree. You're a lawyer. I bow down. Like, please frame your experience in such a way that it adds value. Please don't say, oh my God, I'm a lawyer and it's detracting from my tech goals. Tell them that, guess what? Not only am I a web developer, but you know that I am that go getter that you're looking for. Because guess what? I went and got a law degree. And I know there's lots of hiring managers right now envious. So please take your degrees and hold your head high. I guarantee you there is a tech job for you. Um, if you could have answered Amy's question better, there is literal value up here. Amy's a lawyer. I don't know if she got money, but she probably got more money than me. So please, if you were willing to give her the right answer and create value for her, guess what? You could have been the one getting paid. But unfortunately, you're not. I am. Amy's now clicking on my face. She's going into my bio. She's clicking on that link under my bio. She's realizing that I have paid resources, that literally I am a career coach, and that if she paid $100, she would have my undivided attention, and she's fast tracking her dev career straight above yours. Now, is Amy a better developer than you? No, she just literally said she has no development experience. So why is she getting the fast track to her career? Is it because she grabbed the mic? It could be because she grabbed the mic. Or maybe, yeah, it's maybe she's just a better developer. We'll stick with that. All right, Amy, please, 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 when you get that job in tech, or just now, if you would like, feel free. I have wonderful, wonderful paid resources. I would love to give you my undivided attention, but guess what? We got 70 more people. I'm hoping that answer got you one step closer to that juicy, juicy tech money. Feel free to come back. There's always
It did
always
help.
time.
Yeah, it helped. Thank you so much.
Of course. All right. So, if you're sitting in this in if you're sitting in the listener's chair right now, Abdul is about to get that value that you really need. Grab the mic. Be like Abdul. He's about to get that value. All right, Abdul, it is your turn. Go ahead. 30 to 60 seconds. What's your question?
Hey Sean, how are you? Hi everyone. Actually, I don't have a question, but I'm just want to add some value for young developers who just starting their careers in the software engineering field or something. I want to add some key points for the job seekers. First thing, maintain the portfolio, maintain the CV is very important, and make some projects. Make some projects like if like I'm a mobile application developer, I have to publish at least 8 to 9 applications in the Play Store. Uh, uh, Actually, the interviewer want proof, so give them proof, give them better proof, and show them your work. Maintain GitHub is very important, and for the skills, there are many platforms like YouTube, and YouTube, and you can say Google is very essential. And someone ask a question for the platform for the you can say some for the remote based jobs. There are two platforms. One is TopTel and one is Turing. If you rejected by them, you can apply after gaining experience. So they will hire you definitely. Thank you, Sean.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all that great, juicy value. All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming and listening to us. Right now, you're probably writing in my DMs or up at the save tweet at the top. You're writing out your questions and wondering, dang, why isn't he answering my question? It's because the same way a hiring manager has hundreds and hundreds of applications, I got hundreds and hundreds of DMs. There's dozens of questions in that uh, pinned tweet. How can you get yourself to the top? You know how? Grab the mic, ask your question, get to the front of the stage. Because right now, you are asking your question, and guess who's getting the value? Black Gallery. Black Gallery is about to get that value that was rightfully yours. He's literally stealing your value. He's stealing your job. He's fast tracking his dev career just by grabbing the mic. Go ahead, Black.
Yeah, good morning. Um, um, I just got into the university. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Try to
Yeah,
30
I
seconds
just
or
got into
less. Go ahead.
yeah, I just got into the university to study computer science, and I'm passionate about web development and then engineering. So my school just is currently on strike, so and I got the opportunity um, to learn software engineering from a program. I don't have experience of web development, coding, and programming at all. And I I would like to know what's the first thing to learn in web development. Am I in the right track, like going to learn this software engineering? Will I be lost? The program will last for 12 months. Will I be lost in the program, or should I just quit the program and then, of course, I've done my research. Some people are saying I have to have a background in HTML or and CSS. Should I quit the program and then look for maybe a program that can teach me the HTML? What the first step stage to learn the programming, the web development, and so on?
I love it. You said you're already in a program. What is
Yeah,
what?
I just applied for a program. The program should start August. I was given the opportunity to partake in the program
Okay.
to
Did
learn
did you
software
already get
engineering.
into that program?
Yes,
Okay, and they're teaching web development.
software engineering.
Okay, sounds like a great opportunity. You asking me like what should you
Like,
learn to be prepared for that?
I don't have experience in programming, web development, or the software engineering, but I just want to
Okay.
know, is software engineering the am
Sean,
I in the right track? Is that the first thing I should learn as in my tech career, or should I? Because some people are saying you should have a background in HTML and CSS and the rest before
Yes.
you should
So
delve into.
when you go to the software engineering, if they're doing web development, they're going to teach you HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If you want a head start, feel free to start learning the things that they're going to teach you. That sounds great. Go ahead.
Uh, uh, but the program is designed for to just teach the um, software engineering. Like, what I really want to know is there something I should know before before is there something I should know that they're not going to teach me, like for newbies, they're not going to teach me in so that in that program, so I can
I
just
hear
follow up
you.
with them.
Okay, so he's asking, is there something that they're not going to teach you? They're probably not going to teach you that you need to be networking and all of those wonderful, juicy things. That it's great. They're going to teach you all the skills to be a software engineer. Hopefully, they'll teach you like maybe some HTML, some CSS, some JavaScript, or whatever they're teaching. But realize that once you've gotten those skills, you're going to have to get an interview and get a job. Now, I don't know about you, but there's lots of people right now in this listeners that have those skills and are still trying to get that job. Now, um, I don't know about you. You're trying to see what can I do to like somehow get that opportunity faster, or what can I be doing right now? Well, guess what? You're in luck because we're 100 Devs is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful free web dev agency that's teaching you HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node, the back end, full stack applications, and all the soft skills you need to get that job in tech. If you're looking about what you need to get a accelerated start to being a software engineer, please, please, please click on my face, click on the link under my bio, click on 100 devs. Please join. If you wanted to be a software engineer, all the free things you need to get that tech role. All right, Black, thank you so much. Hopefully that helped. You're going to get that job. You're one step closer. See, you could have been Black. You could have been Black. You could have been that one step closer to that dev job. Why didn't you raise your hand? It's absolutely crazy. Because guess what? Stanjay is about to get that value that is rightfully yours. Grab the mic, get that value. All right, Sanjay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Sean, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. What's your question? Keep it 30 to 60 seconds. Shoot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am a full stack by everything I've done. I've learned HTML, CSS, React, and and I'm done with Django. So I'm like a Django developer. So I build web apps based on Django, but I've not really been successful getting a job, like a remote job. So I've already applied and applied and applied and applied, and I've learned so many other things. I've learned Angular, I've learned Vue, I've learned WordPress. So like literally, I'm all over the place, and these are stuff I learned very well. So although I've gotten some few like in-house jobs like around me to do, but I've not really gotten jobs outside the country. It's really difficult. I don't know what the problem is. So need more insights.
Okay, why do you need jobs outside of the country?
Yeah, they do pay better. I'm in Nigeria, and Nigeria does not really help.
Okay, I love it. So you have a job currently in tech, and you're wondering, how do I get a job outside of the country? So I'm gonna help
Yeah,
you. So if you click on my face, right under my pinned tweet is a wonderful, wonderful link. Click on that link. Once you're there, all the way at the bottom, I have resources. One of them is Visa sponsor companies. These are companies that are willing to take remote workers, not only remote workers from other countries that need visa sponsorship. Please, please, please grab one of those. They know that you are not from this country and they're fine with it. If you are the great developer that you think you are, and I know you are, you have a job in tech, please, please, please apply to those countries. I mean, those companies, and they will hopefully give you that opportunity. All right, Stanja. Remember, it has nothing to do with your experience. If you're looking for an entry level position, they need to know that you're the type of person that will be able to provide value for them. Because honestly, they're taking people without your experience. You're telling me you can't get a job, and I'm telling you other people have gotten jobs without the experience you have. So please, please, please reach out. Make sure you're reaching out to those visa sponsored companies and get that tech money. All right, for those who just arrived, we're on the hunt getting a job in tech. If you got questions, hopefully we got answers. And if you don't know who I am, click on my face, read that bio, click on that link, go to SeanCharles.com, read up on me. But better yet, just get this value. Because honestly, these companies don't care who you are, they care about what value you can provide. All right, that being said, it is Zara's turn. He fast tracked his career dev experience simply by grabbing the mic. All right, Zara. Oh, actually, before we go with Zara, Renato was literally here being patient, and I love it.
Good morning,
Give
all.
me 1 second, Zara. Give me 1 second, Zara. We're going with Renato first because he's been waiting patiently. All right, Renato, it is your turn. Go ahead.
Hello,
Question 30, 60 seconds. Go.
hello, Sean. Nice to meet you. I think it's a good place to hear about these tech jobs because I am in German, but I'm from South America, Peru. So in my case, I am programming on industrial controllers, but I think the next time I will try to enter more to programming software because this is a lot of opportunities. So I think you are inspired a lot of people from Africa, for example, You are very skilled in English. I think your continent speak a lot of English. In South America, that is no like this. Also, in my case, I have a lot of problems because I need to improve my English, also German. But you guys have this skill, don't you? Only need to like show, say you can apply for the job, send your resume, so you got it the job more easy. Thank you, Shan, for your time, and I hope that people try to enter more into this industry. I think it's a lot of opportunities for them.
I
Nice.
love it, Renato. Thank you so much for adding that value. And I would just like to say, realize you know another language. I don't. You
The
have the
Spanish.
leg up on me. I don't. I don't. I can't. I know no languages but English. So even though my English is good, I guarantee you, whatever language you know is definitely better than my one. It proves that you are a go getter. Somebody's willing to pay for that value. Thank you for coming up and sharing that with all of us. All right, that being said, you guys already know where we are. We're on the hunt, getting a job in tech. Right now, King Na King Nas is about to get his question answered, and he's about to get some great value. He's about to get one step closer to that six-figure job, and it could have been you. It really could have been you, but it's unfortunately not. Why is that? It's because you didn't grab the mic. Please grab the mic. Please grab the mic. Before King Nas, it's actually Zara. Go ahead, Zara.
Okay, good morning, guys. I'm actually a college student schooling in Owerri, and we all know the situation in Nigeria here. The school hardly teach you what you really need to learn. They just give you a surface something, and they will ask you to write the exam, then you pass. That's all the school is interested in here. So this is what I'm asking. I'm very, very interested in being a software engineer and also a developer. So I want to know if there is any platform where I can learn this thing and get the full knowledge of it. Plus, as it stands now, I'm totally blind of all this thing. I'm very, very pleased to be with you guys here. Please, if there's any link or anything, please, you guys should just help me out. I really need to learn a lot. I am back in all I'm doing. So please, you guys should just help me. I'm requesting humbly.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for coming up and shooting your shot, asking your question, and getting one step closer to that tech job. So here, we're from 100 devs. Now, if you don't know what that is, please click on my face, go to that wonderful link under my bio. There's 100 devs link there. Um, or you could just go to the Twitch stream on Twitch, 100 devs, or on YouTube, 100 devs. It's a wonderful, wonderful dev agency that's teaching you all the things you need to know: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node, the back end, and full stack applications. Not only that, all the soft skills you need to get that job in tech. We'd love to have you. Please, please join that community. Or better yet, I have wonderful paid sources in that link that you just clicked right in my bio. You could literally pay me $50 and I'm giving out career plans. I'll meet with you monthly and make sure you're doing what you need to do to get that job in tech. Now, you could get all of those for the free by sitting in my spaces at 4 in the morning or wherever time it is where you are. Or, guess what? You could pay me and get that knowledge on your own time. But for those who haven't gotten that job in tech yet, um, please, please, please stick around. Share that link. Share the space. Right now, your friend is struggling to get that job. They're in your DMs all the time saying, I don't know how to get that job. And I'm literally giving out those tools right now. But they haven't seen it because you didn't share it. Shame on you. That being said, thank you, Zara, for coming up here and creating some value. Please, please stick around. We'd love to have you. All right, next up is King Nas. He's about to get he's going to get one step closer. He's already associate software engineer. It sounds like he already. King Nas, do you have a
Hi,
job in tech?
hi, Sean. Good. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. As you've seen on my bio, I'm an associate software engineer with Decagon. It's a Nigerian software engineering company, right? So my question is, how can I build momentum to like apply for international roles? That's my question because I want more from what I'm getting presently. So that's
Boom. I love it, King Nas. You're absolutely killing it. You should I mean okay. So, that being said, if you're in Nigeria, one of the things I always tell people, hey, there's lots of people uh hiring for remote jobs. Now, usually if you're from another country, they're expecting and you're trying to get a job, I don't know, in like America, they're going to expect that you probably need visa sponsorship. And if you click on my face, right under the bio, there's a link. And all the way at the bottom of that link, there is a link with visa sponsor companies. These are companies in America that are willing to sponsor you wherever you are in the world and pay you that good international money. So please, please, please go get one of those visa sponsorships. Go get that tech job. You already have all of the skills you need, King Nas. Realize that they're giving those tech jobs to random people with no experience. And you, oh my God, gasp, have software engineering experience. Go get that job, please, King Nas. They're literally waiting for you.
thank you very
Get
much.
that link. You already know it. No need to thank me. When you get that tech money, guess what? I will still be right here at seancharles.com slash sponsor or seancharles.com slash gift or seancharles.com slash donate. Feel free. Think of
Yeah,
me when you get that six-figure check. All right,
yeah.
guys. So thank you for coming. See, King Nas just got the next step they needed to level up. And guess what? That could have been you. It really could have been. It's funny how people think that it can't be them. And they think that, what do I got to do to get that job in tech? And the funny thing is, I tell them, guess what? All you have to do is show up. And they're literally throwing the jobs at you. I had a person come up here 3 hours ago. Jenny said, guess what? I don't know what I'm doing. I sat on a space and told them I didn't know what I was doing. And they got up here, they laughed, and then they offered me a job. So you, with 2 years of engineering, and God forbid, you're like one of the people that came up earlier that had 10 years of experience and still fighting for their lives in these tech streets. How did they? How come? How come me? How come I'm a Amazon ex Amazon software engineer and I don't have 10 years of experience? How'd that happen? Is it because I'm a better dev? I'm gonna tell you the answer is no, because I every step of the way told them I was a terrible dev, every step of the way. Guess what happened? The way I did it is I grabbed the mic and I got in front of those hiring managers and told them, hey, I might not know it today, but guess what? If you gave me the chance, guess what? I will know it tomorrow and I won't stop till I know it. And that's why I'm getting that job. And even though you have 10 years of experience and it's still grinding, it's absolutely tragic. Because you're grinding right now, and I'm telling you, all you had to do was grab the mic and get exactly what you needed, but you didn't. Genesis got that opportunity instead. You have 10 years of experience, but guess what? Genesis is getting her answer right now before you. You're out here DMing me. You're out here in my comments under the pinned tweet. Go ahead, put it up there. But guess what? Genesis fast tracked her career, said, move out my way. I have a question. I would like it to get answered. And boom, guess what? Genesis gets that value. It was your value. It was yours to take. Genesis grabbed it. All right, Genesis, what you have a question, answer, just hanging out? Shoot your shot.
Hi. I have a question. I see that this chat is for tech, but I see that you also help people like who have businesses. So do you help people with like LLCs or like what?
I love it. I love it. I love it. If you click on my face under my bio, there's a wonderful link. That is my link right at the top, SeanCharles.com. And then all the way in the middle, there's like products. I am helping people with their LLCs. If you have a business and you have money, I am over here offering solutions because that's how you get a job in tech. You don't get a job in tech by writing Python code. You don't get a job in tech by learning these technologies. You get a job in tech by helping Genesis, who has a business, solve a problem. That's all Genesis wants. Genesis does not care what language you're about to spew at her. She doesn't care what technology you use. She has a problem. Do you have a solution? She's willing to pay you. Can you answer that question? Now, if you could answer her question, there is a six-figure job in tech for you. But right now, guess who's getting that money? It's a guy named Sean Charles. She's clicking on my face, and then she's going on my pinned link, and then she's going to buy one of my products. Am I a better engineer than you? No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not. The difference is, guess what? I grabbed the mic. All right, Genesis, thank you so much. Yes, I am helping businesses as well. So if you have businesses and you have an actual like business need that you would like me to solve, I would love to solve that. If you're trying to set up your LLC in whatever country you are in, um, realize that I am not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. I am not a tax advisor. But guess what? I did set up my LLC, and all it cost me was like I think it was like maybe $500, something. Um, $500 with like law advice, tax advice, all that good. So if you want that link, please, please, please shoot me a DM. Or better yet, um, you could go under this wonderful tweet up here. Put it under there. I actually don't even remember the link. That's how long ago it was. It was just some random online pay us $500 and we will do all the law firm things and give you a contract that says that you have this LLC and it'll be set up for you. Because honestly, depending on what country, what state you're in, what those legal codes on, it's gonna be different. Like Connecticut had like a 35, I think it was $35 for that LLC. If you're in Delaware, it's probably, I don't know, 350 and you have to jump through a little bit more hoops. Um, the point is, if you were in my DMs or you clicked on my face and bought one of those wonderful paid time off, I would Google all of that for you. I would give you all of that value in a bow, in an absolute lovely bow. But if you want that answer for free, what you got to do is you got to ask the question to somebody who knows the answer. I do not set up LLCs. Only thing I would have told her is to go Google LLC. Like I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a lawyer, not a tax advisor. I cannot set that LLC up for you, and I would be wrong if I told you I could. Now, as a software engineer, if that business, and this is a job interview, I'm going to tell you damn well that I can set up that LLC. And I will Google until I can set up that LLC. But at the end of the day, I am Googling it. I am going to figure it out. But I am Googling it. If you want to Google it yourself, feel free. You could do that for free. Or, hear me out, paid services in my link. For $50, you'll get a career plan. And I will sit there literally 4 hours and talk to you about any of your business needs. That being said, uh, if you're over here, oh my God, so many people to add to the speakers. I don't know, it was the perfect time, but so many people. All right, if you guys just got here or you just got up to the speakers role, please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. We don't want 15 people talking at the same time. Um, we're gonna just refresh the stage before I let you guys go. All right, we're on the hunt, getting a job in tech. If you got questions, hopefully I got answers, and if I could bring you value, I would love to do that. We all would love to do that. If you can bring a company value, they would bring a checkbook. Like that lady that just came in, she was looking for an LLC. Now, if you could have signed up her LLC, guess what? She would have paid you. She would have paid you. But you weren't. You didn't
What
grab
you
the mic.
saying, fucking man?
You didn't grab the mic. You didn't ask for that referral. You didn't get the job. It's so sad. It's so sad. Unfortunately, that job is going to end up going to Danny. Why? Is it because he's a better engineer than you? No, it's not that. Danny will tell you right now that he's not better than you. But guess what he did? He grabbed the mic. He got on stage even though he was scared and he knew he didn't know what he was talking about. And then he asked, "Hey, I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is where I am. What can I do to get to the next step?" And boom, Danny is now in Barcelona with that tech money. And you, that could be you. Why is it Danny? And why are all the good things in life happening to Danny when it could be happening to you? Is it because Danny's a better engineer? No. Because Danny raised his hand, got on stage, and said, "Guess what? That's my opportunity. That's my job in tech. One job, please." All right, Danny, go ahead. Create some value.
Good morning, my man. I went to sleep. He was hosting the space. I wake up. You're still going. Like, I'm literally still in bed, about to hit the beach. You know why? Because I got that tech money, bro. Sean isn't kidding. My life changed in 6 months. This is not some advertising bullshit. Go to my account. You can see my progress literally from Belgium to Barcelona in 6 months. I work remote. I work 4 hours a day. The rest is chilling, reading books, meeting people, and enjoying my life. And I promise you, it's worth it. I'm not saying you need to move to Barcelona. Most of you are probably from States or Africa. But please do something and take the first steps. Be courageous. It's worth it. I promise you.
Boom. I love it. I love it. I always love when Danny gets up here because he is able to create value, even though he absolutely does not know most of the time what the space is about. I love how he'll get up on space and say, "Okay, what are we talking about?" That's the type of energy you need. I need you to be in that hiring recruiter's DMs the same way they're in your DMs. They're literally shooting you a message asking you if you're Ruby on Rails, and there's no way in your account that it says anything about Ruby on Rails. But guess what? They shot their shot because guess what? If they make it, guess what? There's money for them. So I need you to be shooting your shot as well. If right now you're not in the hiring manager's DMs, but you're filling out an application, I'm telling you, instead of filling that application, figure out who that application is going to and send them a message. It'll work 10 times faster. All right, that being said, God King, You were very, very patient. Thank you so much for your patience. You're about to get some valuable answers or whatever Denny's about to say. No, I'm joking. Denny's amazing. He's about to destroy you with that value right now. And guess what? God King is about to get that value. And it could have been you. You could be one step closer to that tech, juicy tech money. But you're not. Why? Is it because God King is a God King developer? Is God King really that developer? I don't know. Maybe he is. I went into his bio, and apparently he isn't. He isn't a developer. He's a UI UX designer and a computer scientist. But guess what? He could have been a developer. What's the difference? Why is he about to get that job and not you? He's not even a developer. That's the funny thing. You don't have to be a developer. If it's entry level, they already know you're not a developer. They already know you don't have the experience. So why is God King getting the job even though he's a computer scientist and a UI UX designer? Because guess what? He raised his hand. He got his application in front of those hiring managers out of wonderful, wonderful, like shooting thousands of applications. He fast tracked his dev career straight to the top, and now he's getting that value that oh my god, it frustrates me so much because like I want you to win so bad, like so bad, so bad that I am super, super, super jealous of God King because that is your position. That is your position he's about to steal. I wish you were as mad as I was, but you're not. You're in the listeners. You're not grabbing the mic. So guess what? God King gets your value. All right, God King, if you have a question, keep it short, 30 to 60 seconds. If you have some value or tips, feel free to give it. We'd love to hear you. It's your turn to shine.
Thank you, Sean. How are you? And hello to everyone. I've got a question. Um, I'm more into the theory part of tech, like fixing problems, not as much as the coding stuff. I do know how to code, but I don't enjoy it as much. I've got a postgraduate degree, and the question now is, I got to be admitted by school to be doing my graduate degree in AI, and I wanted to know if there is like the theoretical part of AI, not the so much hands-on like the programming and the coding of AI. So that's my question.
I absolutely love that. And guess what? If you could have gave God King that answer, if you could have provided value for him right now, he would probably remember you. And when he is an AI developer making that juicy, juicy tech money, he might remember you. He might click on your face if your name was Sean Charles and see in your link that you have this wonderful link called donate. And when he's a wonderful AI developer, he might donate to you. But guess what? You didn't raise your hand. You didn't reach out to God King. You didn't send him a like, a follow. So now he doesn't remember you. It's so sad. So to speak to God King and get him his value that he's literally stealing out of your pockets, um, as theoretically, um, I should know your answer. Like, um, actually, no, I wasn't working. I mean, I guess. I don't necessarily consider myself, tragically, an AI developer. Now, I did work on a machine learning team, but I still don't consider myself an AI developer. But I can definitely tell you that there are theoretical parts to that AI development. I don't know what they are because guess what? I'm gonna hit you with something real. God King, do you have a degree?
Yes, I have a degree in computer science.
Okay, so God King has a degree. He's a UI UX designer. Um, do you already have a job in tech? Are you actually a UX UI designer for somebody?
Yes, I usually work with some of the African celebrities, helping them with their designs, like music artists and some companies. I do freelancing,
I
so I
love it.
do work with.
I love it,
Yeah.
God King. So I'm asking those questions because I'm gonna tell you the secret. God King is definitely, definitely has more experience than me. I am not um, a computer scientist. I do not have a computer science degree. So he's gonna say some things and do some things. I have no clue what's going on. So unfortunately, I can't tell you if if AI has a you know, technical stuff behind it. I guarantee you it does, but I don't know it because I don't have a degree like you do. But what I do have is value to give. And I guarantee you that AI company is not paying you to know that new AI technology. If you're using AWS and they're using Azure, they don't care what tool you use. They don't care. They don't care. What they care about is, can you solve the problem that they have? And if you could do that, there's money in for you. If not, unfortunately, um, they're gonna ask you, do you know somebody that could answer that question? And guess what? If you know somebody that could answer that question, there's still money in it for you. Now, I can't answer your question, and I'm not sure if Denny could answer your question. I don't think he's an AI engineer. Yeah, I don't think he's an AI engineer. Um, but that being said, I know somebody on this Bird app can figure out that question, and there would be money in them. Please put it under the pinned tweet at the top. Someone will come around and be like, yo, I'm just going to answer this. And that's one of the tricks. Hey, you're going to have a billion questions on this computer science journey. The first step is asking it, just asking it. Yeah, the first person might say, I have no clue, but maybe you should go ask that person. And then I'm going to point to Denny, and then he's going to be like, and we're gonna be like, okay, post it, and we're just gonna, hopefully somebody will comment. And really, it's just like that. I all the time just post my questions and be like, hey, JavaScript gods, can you figure out why my JavaScript isn't working? Thanks. And then people will be under it saying, hey, yeah, comma over here, and then I fix the comment and be like, JavaScript gods, you're not helping me. That wasn't the problem. So realize, please go ask your questions, get those answers. There's going to be lots of answers out there, but at least you are getting to those answers. Each question, you're just one step closer to that juicy, juicy tech money. Thank you, God King, for coming up and, being courageous. I know it is super hard to get up here and shoot your shot, because you know how I know it's hard? Because there are way too many people in here, and there's only 3 people on the stage. God King, you know why you got to shoot your shot, and you know why you're gonna get that dev job before the people in the listener stand? And guess what? It's not because you have that degree, because I don't have a degree, and I'm kind of jealous. But it's because you knew that, hey, if you had this question answered, it would be valuable to you. So guess what? You raised your hand and asked the question, even though you thought Denny and I was gonna laugh at you. You thought that. You thought I was gonna say, huh, how dare you ask me about AI? You know that all of this is technical, and I'm gonna throw, no, 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 no. Matter of fact, You're the expert. I don't know shit about that. And yet, there's lots of people sitting in the listeners right now scared to come talk to us, not knowing me and Denny don't know shit. But what we do know is how to create value for a company. Now, we might use JavaScript and Python. God King might use Azure and AWS. But at the end of the day, you think we're writing code, you think we're doing tech. What we're doing is creating value for our companies. And if you could create value, they will send a check. God King is about to be making uh, six, 6 degrees.
I don't think my
Um,
man is able to get 6 degrees though.
Exactly. He's already on his way. He already has 6 more degrees than I got because I got 0. The point is that God King is on his way to getting that sweet, sweet tech money. And that could have been you. That could have been you. That could have been you.
God King could be having problems I'm having. For example, I forgot to wash my swimming shorts. You see, first world problems on the beach. You could be having those
Absolutely
problems.
tragic. Absolutely tragic. I absolutely jealous. I want one of those problems. But
But to get
unfortunately,
there, tell them, Sean, what do they have to do to get there? People
it's
aren't
at
listening.
yeah. They think it's a big long list. They think it's a grocery list on that application. They see that application and say, "Damn, I need to know uh, Java. I need to know Python. I need to know TypeScript. I need to know everything." And then there's a lowly dev like Danny saying, "I don't know shit about fuck." But guess what? If you gave me the chance, I swear to you, I will grind for the next 24 hours and tomorrow I will have an answer for you. Because maybe I just went and asked Sean for the answer. That's literally it. Maybe he
Literally.
asked his friend Google. All he
Literally.
had to do is show up to the space where people that looked like they knew the answer were and say, "Hey, I have this question. Do you have the answer?" And some people would have said, "Hey, Um, yeah, that's a nice question you got there. But here in my world, I don't give out answers for free. There's going to be a lot of people who see your question, have the answer, and don't give it to you. I would be a terrible dev if I didn't give you that answer, God King, and I had it. But I swear to you, swear to you, swear to you, if you click on my link in my under my bio and you went and bought that career plan for exactly $50, guess what? I would have had the answer for you because I'm a software engineer and whatever question you have, I'm going to do lots and lots of research because I realize that if I could find the answer, there's a 6-figure job with my name on it and somebody has the answer and they're going to give it to me. All right. So that being said, thank you for coming up, God King. Sorry I didn't have the exact answer, but I hope I still created value for you. That's the point. When you go to those interviews, they're not saying that you have all the answers. Matter of fact, I tell them every single day that I don't know shit. But guess what? You know what I do know? If the question is being placed to me, I definitely can find somebody who could answer it. And if my job is to find that answer, I'm going to find it. All right. So if you're looking for that next answer, you're right now grinding out leak code, not knowing why your leak code isn't working. Guess what? You could keep grinding that leak code, or you could grab the mic, ask your question, and get answer. Me and Denny probably have been grinding leak code more longer than you could ever think, ever believe. You would be absolutely disgusted with how much DSA I've been doing. Absolutely disgusted. I'm disgusted. The point is, how come I figured it out and you didn't? Not because I'm a better engineer, but because I went and found that answer. All right, Lumi on the beat is about to get some value. She's literally stealing money out of your pocket, food off of your table, because that question that's about to get her that 6-figure job, Could have been your question. Could have grabbed the mic. Don't know what you're waiting for. All right. That being said, let me let her up. Boom. And Agbona, I'll let you up too. All right, then. For those who just got here, we're on the hunt getting a job in tech. If you got questions, hopefully we got answers and we're going to create that value for you. But if you don't know who we are, feel free to click on my face. In my wonderful bio, I have who I am. Or in that pinned tweet, or under my bio, you have a wonderful link. Click on it. I have wonderful, wonderful resources. Some even paid. God forbid you're too scared to grab the mic, or maybe you can't grab the mic. You're on PC because you're at work right now. Completely understandable. Put your question in the pinned tweet. I would love to answer your question, create some value for you guys. All right, that being said, you're vigorously typing, but guess what? Lumi on the beat has somehow gotten ahead of the line, skipped all of those dreaded behaviorals and went straight to in front of the hiring managers. How did she do it? Is she a better dev? No. She grabbed the mic. There's a hiring manager in this room right now. There's actually several. And you're wondering, how do I get my account in front of the hiring managers? Huh. Very good question. I don't know. Maybe you should ask Lumi on the beat, because guess what? Her profile is about to be in front of all of these hiring managers. That could have been your account. That could have been your value. And this could have been your question. Lumi on the beat. Go ahead. It's your time to shine. 30 seconds or less. Please shoot your shot. Tragic, Lumi. Tragic, tragic, tragic. See, sometimes you step up and you choke. That happened to me. Like, literally, that happened to me. I was in my first engineering role and they gave me the chance. I was in front of a hiring manager and they gave me the chance to open my mouth. Matter of fact, they not only gave me the chance, they asked me literally the easiest question you could ever get in tech, fizz buzz. And I knew the answer. Matter of fact, I had 5 answers for that. And guess what? I choked. I choked so hard, like so hard, that the hiring manager stopped the interview mid interview to give me life advice. Oh my God, it was so painful. I was so embarrassed and I didn't know how I was going to go on. And as soon as I got the courage to go on, boom, the hiring manager's electricity goes out and the interview is over. That was it. That was my shot. I had failed. Absolutely failed. Oh my God. I was crying. I was crying. I was crying. And then I realized, guess what? There's another shot coming up. Literally in 5 minutes, I have another interview. So I have to get over these tears and shoot my shot again. Because guess what? That's what tech is about. Failing. And yes, you're going to fail. That thing that you're making is going to break. And guess what? You're going to have to go through it. You're going to have to fix it. I remember being in front of all of the hiring managers, all of them. I was at a wonderful boot camp called Resilient Coders. If you're part of the 100 Devs community, you already know. If you don't already know and you're just getting in here, we're on the hunt getting a job in tech. If you got questions, we hopefully got answers. If you don't already know, we're from the 100 Devs, a wonderful web agency that's teaching you everything you need to know from HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node, backend, full stack, web engineering, giving you not only that, but all the soft skills you need to land that job in tech. Our wonderful, wonderful web dev agent instructor, Leon, is right there. Oh my God. literally failed so many interviews that I probably failed more interviews than you have even gotten. And you know how? I literally just keep failing them. I keep asking for another chance, even though I know I am not qualified. And then I get up on that stage and tell them how qualified I am, and then leave it up to them. Right now, you're wondering, how could I get into Resilient Coders? How could I get into 100 Devs web agency? It's literally enough of just raising your hand and grabbing that seat. I remember failing that interview and literally sending them a message immediately asking for another chance. Guess what? I got that other chance. I ended up at Resilient Coders. I ended up as an Amazon engineer, and boom, it came from me saying, "Hey, yeah, I just blew it. Like, absolutely destroyed this interview. But guess what? Tomorrow, I'm gonna be a better dev. I won't mess up that same mistake. Like, I don't make the same mistake twice. And guess what? If you gave me another chance to create value for you, guess what? I will create that value." All right. If you didn't already know, we're out here trying to get a job in tech because we're on the hunt. Please, if you haven't already, share the room. We're out here dropping gems, creating value, getting all those steps that you need for that 6-figure role. And right now, your friends aren't getting that. Right now, they're literally throwing applications down the drain because they didn't hear what you just heard, and you're just hogging all that value. Please share the room. All right. So that being said, please, please, please grab the mic, share the room, get this value. Oh, and I always forget. If at anytime, you're on PC and you don't have a mic, but you still want that juicy tech money, please, there's a pin tweet at the top. Please put your question up there, and we're gonna try to get to them as soon as possible. All right, so the next person on stage was Agbona, software developer, Jamstack. Now, you would be remiss to think that Ogbonna is a better software developer than you. You probably think that. You probably think he's probably the best dev. I assure you, maybe he is better than you. I don't know. I don't know your life story. But that being said, I don't think he's the better dev. But clearly, he did something different. He raised his hand, got up here, and went to get that tech money. All right, Ogbonna, go ahead. It's your time to shine. Shoot your shot. 30 seconds or less. What's your question?
This is your chance, man.
Big tragedy, Ogbonna. It's fine. Literally, chances come every single day. It's just about taking them. It's just about taking them. Please, Ogbonna, if your mic works, come back up. We'd love to have you. That being said, please, Isha, it's your chance. Steal that money from Ogbonna. He literally could have got that 6-figure job, but his mic broke. Hopefully, your mic works. Isha, take the wheel. What's your question or value you're giving us?
Hello.
Hi, Isha. We hear you. What's your question?
Hey, hey Sean. Hey Danny. First of all, I would like to congratulate Danny. You got 6 figures.
Love
Thank
it.
you. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my lord.
literally saw your tweet and tweeted on that. Hey Avi, I hope you're doing well. Now, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. Myself, Isha, and I'm a second year CSE student. Basically, I started doing some of the projects about my HTML, CSS frameworks. I also started solving questions on lead code, started exploring myself on DevOps, and many more things. So, as you are all developers and have that kind of experience, it's really helpful for me if you give me any tips so that I can grab my first opportunity on an better internship or any job related. Any feedback would be really helpful for me.
Love it, love it, love it. See, Isha got up. said she had a problem, and guess what? She's about to get that value. She's going to be one step closer to that juicy dev money. All right, Isha, let me help you out. So one thing I would do is realize that hiring managers are everywhere. I want you to put yourself in the best light you can, no matter where you are. I don't care if you're on Reddit. I don't care if you're on Pinterest. I don't care where you are. Put your best foot forward. If I was a hiring manager on Twitter and I look at your account, it says nothing about your experience, is no links to projects. It has nothing. Realize that hiring managers would hire you straight from here if they knew what you were looking for. They would literally say, "Hey, I I I see that you tweet and I see that you have the experience we need. Would you like an interview?" And then boom, you have an interview. But the problem is most devs are bad at selling themselves. They put smiley face as their bio, or like random numbers in their name, or I don't know, something else. The point is, if I look in your bio and it doesn't say exactly what you're looking for, you're missing an opportunity, because the hiring managers only saw your profile picture, your name, your bio, and your banner, and none of them say web dev. None of them say software engineer. None of them say tech. So guess what? They're clicking on your profile and then clicking on the next one. And then they're seeing Diola has software developer as his first thing in his bio, and they're clicking on him. Now, you might have more experience than Diola, but guess what? You didn't get the job. Why is that? Not because he has more experience than you. I assure you, there are people hiring every day with no experience. The problem is you didn't highlight your experience the best that you could. Please make sure whatever portfolio you have, whatever platform you have, I don't care where it is, there are hiring managers there. Your portfolio, your profiles speak for you when you're not speaking. Every single day, there's like hundreds of people right now looking at your profile because you're speaking. Some of them hiring managers. Do they know what you're looking for? No, they don't. And that's the tragedy, because that's the first step. Having a hiring manager be able to look at your profile, say, yeah, that looks like a web developer, and then moving you to the nerds, the second stage, the founders, the people writing the code. That's when you get moved over. When your profile looks like what we're looking for. If it doesn't look like what you're looking for, I'm not even going to give you a call, Isha. You're not getting a web developer call with your profile right here. Maybe your LinkedIn is so much better. I hope your LinkedIn is much better. But my point is that no matter where you are, you could get hired there. Just for example, one of my wonderful, great colleagues, absolutely amazing because she is amazing at selling herself. With 3 conversations off of Twitter with a CEO, guess what? She got her 6-figure job offer after 3 conversations. Now, is she a better developer than you, Isha? No, she would instantly tell you she is the worst developer. Matter of fact, she doesn't even have a portfolio. She took it down because it was that bad. How'd she get that job? Because she went into the CEO's DMs, said, I see that you need X, Y, and Z, and I can give that to you if you give me 15 minutes of your time to talk about the value I can add to your company. And boom, she has an interview. Now, all you have to do is be able to talk tech and prove that you could create that value for them, and they'll happily give you that 6-figure job. The problem is you're not getting that first step because your profile looks nothing like somebody I would hire. I don't care where it is. If your profile doesn't look like somebody I would hire, I'm not even going to respond when you DM. Like, I'm going to look at your name, look at your banner, and say, yeah, she's not serious. If she was serious, I would know what she wanted. She wouldn't be saying, hey, can I have a job? She would be saying, hey, I'm the best engineer for this position. Hire me now, period. And they would have said, say less, you got the job. So, Isha, my advice to you, please, please, please make sure your profile, whether it's on LinkedIn, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Pinterest, it says what they're looking for in that beautiful application. If you're looking for a job in tech, if you're looking for clients, realize those clients are looking for something. If I wrote in my bio, can change your business by making you a website. They know that if they needed a website and they have a business, I'm the right person to contact. They're not asking me more questions. They already know I have the value that they seek. Make it so that they don't have to ask you, do you have the experience? You slap them in the face with that experience. Slap them several times until they get it. You're a developer. I don't have to ask you if you're a developer. I could just send you to the last stage of this interview and we could quickly get to the point where you're creating value for this company. So I love that question. Please, 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 if you have other questions, come back. Hopefully, I could create more value for you. All right, team. So if you are still here with us, you probably know we're out here creating value for people. If you're in the listeners and you're coming up to the speakers, please make sure you're muted. We don't want a billion people talking at the same time. We're going to go to Mo Soap as soon as I refresh the wonderful space. If you just got here, we're on the hunt getting a job in tech. If you got questions, hopefully we have answers and we'll create some value for you. If you don't know what the 100 Devs is, it's a wonderful, wonderful web dev agency offering all of the, for free, all the tools you need from CSS, HTML, JavaScript, Node, full stack applications, all the soft skills you need to get that job in tech. All of it for the free. For free. Feel free to click on my face. Right under my bio, there's a link. Click on that link. There's a 100 devs link. Click on that and learn more. That being said, it's on Twitch. It's on YouTube. Feel free to get all of that value for free. Now, that being said, I'm offering all of this value for free. If you click on my face, go to that link, you'll notice in the middle, there's a huge long list of products. If this space is too public for you and you're too shy to grab the mic, I have wonderful paid products. If you give me $50, I'll happily give you hours of my time. Hours of my time. Literally just focused on you and your career. It's called Career Plan. That's the $49 option. Click on it. Press that button. Get your value above all of these people. I would literally kick everybody off the stage if you went and paid $49. I would kick all these people off the stage and it would just be you and me for the next 30 minutes to an hour. But guess what? Why is Moso about to get their question answered and not you? Is it because they're a better dev? Is it because you don't have $49? Maybe it's both. I think it's because you didn't grab the mic. Please grab the mic. Ask your question. Get this value. Get one step closer to that wonderful tech money. All right, Moso. It's your time to shine. Hopefully, you got a good one. Keep it short, 30 to 60 seconds. Go ahead, shoot your shot.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sean. So yeah, a little bit about myself. I'm a front end dev from Nigeria. Right. I got an internship somehow last year. But now, so my question is this: I feel it's time to like upgrade, right? So I'm considering either going into the back end, then in something like Java, because I don't know, I don't really want to use Node, right? or going to the Web3 using something like Solidity or Solana. So I don't really know like what the best route might be. So that's why I'm asking that what do you think is the best route to like um move to next exactly.
I love it. I love it. He's looking at how do I level up? How do I find that perfect job for me? And here's how I'm going to give you the step by step tutorial on how to get that job. Now, if you heard his question, it was like, wow, I could have answered that. Well, guess what? You could have got that tech money. Why am I about to get that tech money and you're not? Is it because I don't know, I'm a good dev? Definitely not. It's because I grabbed the mic. Please grab the mic. It could be you getting that value. But right now it's Moso. So he's saying, what do I got to do? What do I got to do to get that dev job? What do I got to do? I'm looking at his wonderful account, and it kind of looks like he got what it takes. Um, I'm gonna give the quickest advice. Lots of people don't like enthusiasts or uh, aspiring people, so it kind of looks like you have blockchain experience, React and React Native experience. So instead of tech enthusiast, I would have just jumped and said tech expert. Like, I need you to have that confidence that you have experience. Not only do you have experience people are paying for. Please do not sell yourself short in saying that I'm actually not in tech. When you say enthusiast, when you say I'm aspiring, I'm assuming you don't have a role in tech. Because if you had a role, you should put that first. You should say, I'm a software developer, I'm a blockchain developer. Put that first. Don't put tech enthusiast. If I was a hiring manager and I wanted to give you a job, do you think I'm Googling tech enthusiast? Nah. What value do you think tech enthusiast is doing for your account? Nothing. It's not doing anything for your account. We're reading that and it's wasting our time. We already know you like tech. You're a software developer. Don't waste our time unless that application says tech enthusiast. Here's the caveat. If they're asking for a tech enthusiast, I want you to be the biggest tech enthusiast there ever did live. Like, if they're asking for an aspiring blockchain developer, you better be the most aspiring. Because guess what? That's what they're looking for. When you're asking me, hey, what are they looking for? They usually give you this cool thing called an application. Now, I usually tell people you need at least 70% on that application. But I had Danny Thompson, I don't know if you know him, he got up here and told me that a recruiter told him 50% is good. 50%. They are literally grading on a curve. If you got 50%, they're willing to give you that juicy tech job. Now, after you get into the actual interview, that's a different question. Now you got to talk about your experience. Now, if you notice you only have 50%, I do not want to hear out of your mouth the first thing you say is that you don't have experience. Because honestly, if you made it into the interview, you got experience. They saw your resume and thought you were good enough, but then you opened your mouth and said you weren't good enough. That's what happened. They came and gave you an interview and then you said you weren't good enough, so we didn't give you the job. That's literally what happens every single day. Code Knight came up here and told me he wasn't the Code Knight. He literally just did it. Why? Why do people do that? For some reason they think that, you know, you're going to get up on the stage and we're all going to know you're a fraud. Like, they're thinking that you just know that we're all thinking you're a fraud. And I guarantee you, if you're an introvert, this is going to save you thousands of years and headache right now. Right now, I'm helping millions of people. They're not thinking about you. they're in their own heads thinking about how everybody's going to find out that they're a fraud. They're thinking the exact same thing you're thinking. But the difference is Diola got up here, raised her hand they said, no matter how foolish I sound, I need this answer because if I could get it, someone's willing to pay me 6 figures for it. So guess what? I'm willing to look like a fool. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get that sweet, sweet tech money. Now, Diola's about to get that value that they're waiting for. But I just have one question. Why are they getting that value and not you? You could be getting one step closer. That could be you. Like I'm telling you, there's nothing about his experience is unique. That he is you. Difference is he raised his hand and you didn't. So literally that simple. You're in the listeners, he's in the speakers. He gets the value, not you. Grab the mic. Steal that value. All right, Diola, is your turn to shine. Make it worth it. Go ahead, shoot.
Hello everyone, my name is Diola. So I'm a main stack developer and I'm about 3 years of experience. So I think from my end it's more like a request because I'm currently working as a developer and I'm pretty talented. So I've been submitting my applications to roles. I've made several iterations to my resume, but for some reasons I'm not getting responses back. I've got a lot of unfortunate emails. So I think probably what I'm looking for